with this sense of fuck Brevoy being particularly strong in the people's minds, aided on in no small part thanks to the expanded artwork and propaganda going on throughout the city. You also hear word spreading of unusual behavior from the machines in Numeria. They have begun organizing to a much greater degree than they otherwise would have. They are normally just sort of wild machines, but they seem to actually be in some way unified.
Don't like that.
Yeah, probably not. So let's see. For this month, Asa, what do you want to start doing? Or what's your project for this month?
Goodness, what is my project this month? If Mivon is getting more militaristic, then I'm gonna find out who's in charge of that, and I'm gonna offer my services. This isn't for free. This one I want to get paid a little bit. But to add potency runes and armor runes and everything onto armor and weapons and stuff, to help them prepare for whatever military excursions they're going to embark upon.
Okay, give me 1 second. All right, luckily, Asa has a number of contacts at House Kilvis at this point that she's able to leverage. Mr. Mattis is more than willing to make an introduction between Asa and the mayor of Mivon, who I have down as, it's been a little while, Gaspar Telek. Mr. Telek will meet with Asa and, we'll work out a contract with her business to get runes and whatnot implemented onto weapons in a hurry. She gets the feeling that there are multiple people that do this, though there's not many that are good in magic craft. Affixing runes to weapons is kind of a big deal for them, so she is getting the opportunity to sort of step into that market.
Excellent. That is what I like to do. By the way, my orphans are organized in a group. They are the Prism Guard, and
The
each
children.
one of my
Okay.
Yeah. They are obviously all of my capos are the 9 ones that are loyal to me, and each one is color coded, so they know that their group is color coded. And I am one of them.
What did you call them?
Capos. Because she's a fucking don of a mob.
Oh, you had a name for them.
Oh, the prison guard. I also like to think that Asa gives them all colors as different groups because she can't be bothered to remember their names.
I remember their names.
Okay.
The main ones.
The main ones, yes, the Cavos.
Yeah.
Everyone else is children.
Everyone else is red child, blue child. Yeah, every single one.
Yeah.
It's like a Nickelodeon game show.
Okay, Ari and Arlo are my black and white guards, and they are the ones I'm teaching the most magic to. So I would like to sort of take them on as apprentices, and have them come with me everywhere to sort of learn more magic. The rest of them, the ones who had the inclination, I taught them the basic cantrips, especially the one because of all the snow issues we've been having. Those kind of things, perhaps like like the hand one. Definitely
sure.
Figment.
It's going to be an ongoing process for them.
Yeah.
Remember, people go to school for like 18, 20 years just to learn first level spells. And
Yeah, I got
it. Yeah, you're doing lessons with them to get them there.
Exactly. I'm doing lessons. But definitely 2 of them I am focusing more on because they have more of a natural aptitude for it.
Yeah, they're probably sorcerers.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah, so that is what I am doing, is I'm just trying to become more important to the people who have sway in the city. And then continuing to funnel any money I make into back into the business. So into getting context, buying information, just paying people who are traveling on the river to bring me back info. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing. Unless Maddie does something that I have to be like, well,
This is about establishing initial character goals for the month.
mm-hmm.
All right, Bo, what's Bo doing for this month?
Were you
Sorry,
saying
run down
something,
the
Steve?
list.
I was just gonna remind Rebecca that she has those plant samples too. If she wanted to do something with them this
Ah,
month,
damn
or
it.
put it off.
That's right.
No, you're right. I have
Plants.
to take care of the plant samples. Yeah.
We're rolling back on then.
I do not want to roll back on the being instrumental to the mayor, so I will not focus so much on teaching cantrips and magic and stuff to the orphans.
Busy children.
I'll still have Ari and Arlo with me when I go and I do stuff, but I'm not going to be spending as much time. I'll be doing it as fast as I can and not taking my time to explain it or anything like that, just so that I can also have time to study the plant samples.
All right, Bo. What's Bo doing for this month?
Did you name and give backstories to all your capo children?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I got that. Great. Bo is getting ready for his trip to Urringen, to go there for the library to research any information he could find on the artifacts of Coral and any sort of large magical item that he could replace with the ring to act as a battery for House Kelvis. But in general, it's like research of the artifacts and finding a way to potentially break the curse / give them a different power source. He's also going to spend some time there to study up on skills that a leader should have, a ruler. So that's where he'll learn about his warfare skills, where he'll be studying through that, and do statecraft there as well. Little retraining.
Remind me, Orinchen. I remember the Sage is in Avondale. What did I say was in Orinchen? I don't have that in my notes.
Isn't that where the library is? And to the west of Mivon?
No, it was Averand.
It was Averand?
Yeah, Averand is the place you were
Or
going
Avondale,
to.
you mean?
Avondale, that's
Avondale has
Avondale,
the Sage
okay.
that's that is the closest specialist
Right.
on like ancient artifacts and whatnot.
Oh, okay. I was getting mixed up because I thought it was
Okay.
Urringen because it was a bit closer, but you're right, Avondale. So yes, Avondale is where he's going to be going.
Okay.
So yeah, the artifacts, retraining, learning about warfare and statecraft, yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna end up being there a month or two, depending on what happens with Joe. But he'll also take a week, if not 2 weeks, with Asa to make sure that everything's good with the business. Considering that her face is going away for a few months, and
You'd have at most a week left between prep to the trip, retraining two things. So you got a week left in the month, assuming you're leaving next month.
oh,
And to note, this is January.
well, see, that's the thing. I was gonna do retraining over there because that's where.
Oh, so you're not retraining this month.
Well, yeah, because he would need to go learn about them, and I don't know how he's gonna learn about it here in Mivon.
I thought you were retraining to statecraft and warfare and all that stuff.
I am, yeah, but
Yeah, so the Avondale is about the what's it called?
I thought
Avondale is about the a sage that knows about ancient artifacts.
Oh, I thought it was a
like,
library.
objects.
Okay, my bad. All right, then yeah, he'll stay here for the first bit to retrain and learn, and then he'll spend like I don't know a week or so with Asa prepping her for in the business for him to leave, so that it can stay stable without him in contact with all these people, and
Perfect.
yeah, and he'll also tell Core that he's going as well. Also, he does bring up with a party that Kara is missing, and that apparently it's an okay missing though, according to Scars. Like this happens one night over like dinner where he brings that up just to like let him know that like, hey, Kara left the refuge and no idea where she is, but Scars seems to think it's chill. So
Okay, we'll dive into that in the next section.
right.
Right now we're just establishing starting points. Core. What's Core doing for this month?
The efforts for getting people of Mivan basically into the fight against the oncoming army seem to be going pretty well. Because like I feel like Core would continue doing that. As much as possible. But other than
Main
that
focus?
though, yeah,
Okay.
roleplay wise, they'll seem like they're slowing down a little bit, but they're still trying to keep up with the work.
Alright. Kara, we talked about.
Okay.
And Maddie. We should jump into another channel.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh boy.
Well, I guess I'm not going on that trip.
I'm screwed.
Oh, I noticed he under the river because that's where Maddie went.
Everyone's worried about Maddie. No one's worried about Kara.
I mean, Scars. Scars was like, you know,
You should.
I was like, should I be worried? And Scars was like, it's alright. I'm like, all right, man. Yes, master. I just figured Kara is on like her Power Rangers shit where they went to that alien planet and got like ninja suits, and Kara's gonna come back with like a new Zord.
Wow, I really can bring the hell of living in Texas into this game.
The hell of living in Texas?
Yeah. Cinder Swarm. You breathe life into a mass of fiery critters. And one of the
God.
things you can choose is fire ants. And they're worse because they are fiery flying ants. That deal 3d6 piercing damage plus 2d6 persistent fire damage with a basic reflex save. Lily, could you please calm the fuck down?
Just want it noted that I believe that my Power Rangers the movie reference should have gotten a little bit more out of y'all. I'm just saying you guys got to pick it up a bit. All right, that was a good one.
Wait, whoa, wait, which one?
What do you mean? I had it was like 2-3 sentences. It was a big old one about Kara.
I haven't seen the original Power Rangers, the movie, in like 16 years.
I haven't either, but you don't forget a life-changing moment, all right?
Yep.
Tommy
know
jumped
about
out of
that.
a plane with a snowboard on. It didn't make sense. It didn't need to.
I
Yeah.
don't remember that.
Tommy took a fucking pile
Tommy
of
could have
bricks.
done anything.
He could've.
Anything he wanted.
Yeah.
That hair,
It was amazing.
gave powers, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a pile of bricks over a bunch of ooze bad guys that was being held up by a rope, and he threw his sword at it, and the sword, instead of cutting it, stopped midair and then shot laser beams out of its hilt to cut the rope. Like, the movie is cinema at its core.
Well, I mean, it is a movie.
It is the essence
So, yes.
of cinema.
It's the essence of cinema. I also thought of that with the first live action version of Teenage Ninja Mutant Turtles.
Yeah, with the puppets. Well, not the puppets, the giant suits where you could see their
suits,
eyes in
yeah.
them. Fucking
Yeah.
Raph was insanely
love
dark.
Like honestly, the Turtle Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is pretty dark
Alright.
in
It's
pretty much all its
awesome.
incarnations.
It's great. It's why it works. It's not a bad movie, and everyone's like, what? Where did this come from? And I'm like, yep.
I remember that movie making me want pizza. Like right at the beginning, they just showing all the pizza and just like, oh man, I want pizza now.
Did y'all
I
ever
always loved when not Shredder, but
Splinter?
Splinter, yeah, is talking about the turtles' past to April.
Okay.
And it's like this whole cutscene of like little turtles just eating pizza.
Cowabunga!
Cowabunga!
So, as a heads up, everyone,
Yep.
Maddie, her goals for the month basically include training because she's stuck on a boat.
A lot of push-up and squats. That's my girl.
Push-ups, squats, learning how to grow thorns out of her arms.
Cool.
Interesting. That is-
Everybody has a goal.
everyone has a goal. Yeah, I guess that's fair. That is fair.
A
Everyone's
wood
got a goal.
geneticist.
Okay, true. Yeah.
Okay, then with that, we have the goals. We have the general gist of stuff going down over this month. Roleplay stuff. We have Maddie's thing will really start up at the end of the month. Does anybody have anything in particular they want to play out here at the start of the month?
Yeah, I'll do the first bit because
Absolutely.
Bo was coming back from the refuge, and did the tournament and whatnot, and then I think one day it's Asa, Bo, and Core in the shop, and he's like, so Scholars told me while I was at the refuge that Kara went somewhere. He wouldn't tell me where, and he did make it seem like it was okay. That it was, I guess, some sort of thing Kara thought she had to do. Dorthra is still there, and she seemed fine. And I just wanted to let you all know that Kara is sort of in the wind right now. Nobody seems to know where she is.
Why wouldn't Kara want to tell us where she's going?
It sounded like it was more of a impromptu decision, that once she took Dorthra to the refuge, there possibly was something talked about between the elves, Scars people, and Kara, because it definitely seemed he knew where she went. So it could be a job, it could be a personal thing that they're helping her with. It could be many things, but for whatever reason, he did not want to tell me. So I'm assuming that Kara made him say, not to. I mean, me and Scars have a fairly decent relationship, like a student, so I wouldn't think he would keep it from me if there was something deadly, but I just wanted you both to know that, no idea what Kara is.
Well, I mean, it's good. It's good to know that where Kara isn't, I guess. But it seems like she's where she wants to be, right?
I agree. I think this is something that she wants to do, whatever it is. I asked Scars if I should be worried, and he seemed very adamant, no. This was something he just couldn't tell me about, but that Kara's fine. So, whatever she's doing and wherever she is, it's apparently fine.
I could always send to her and check in, but it seems the way that she told Scars not to tell anybody where she went or anything, she probably wants to be left alone. So maybe if it gets to be a long time on
Sure.
silent, I'll just pop her a message and see if she wants to say hello.
Yes,
Maybe. That probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
I think a month or two of no word and can reach out. Seems fair.
All right.
Perfect. Scene over.
All right. Anyone else have anything for the beginning or middle of the month?
Bo does ask if he could take the bike to Avondale. He begs Asa. He gets on his knees. He cries and snot comes from his mouth.
Wow.
I am Noboru Rogavia. I really need that bike. Please, please give me that bike, please.
Please.
Well.
No, he doesn't do
The
this in front of anyone
children-
else. No,
the
no, no, no.
Children have way more dignity than this. How much money do you have to give me?
What? You want me to rent out the
you-
bike?
Well, you're going to wreck it.
I'm not going to wreck it. I will take it easy. We were
Look
on
me
the
in the
run.
eyes.
All right.
Look at me in the eyes and tell me that you're not going to wreck my
I
bike.
don't. I'm not going. I'm not going to wreck it.
Right. So you're going to wreck my bike. So you know what? Think of it as a safety deposit. Like 300 gold.
300. I don't have that much. I gave
Wow.
Matty so much gold for our library.
Really poor. Well, how much gold do you have?
153.
Give me something important. That's nothing. Give me something important.
Something important?
Mm-hmm.
Um.
You know what?
You could
Give
have.
me a vial of your blood.
Okay. You keep asking for these types of things, and it's getting worrying. I was okay with the hair and the nails, but why do you need my blood now?
Do you want the bike?
That's not the answer I was looking for.
Listen, I have given you several options.
What about I give you my
mhm.
favorite book? Hmm? You love books? It's my favorite. I read it front to back multiple times.
Picture books really aren't my thing. That's
It's
more
not
Core's thing.
okay.
It has to have a minimum amount of words in
Hey,
it for me to really like it.
full stop.
At least 7.
Full stop. Ass.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, it is a biography. I pull out from my pack The Last Sword of Brevoy, Jamandi Aldori's biography. This is the Sword Lord, Jamandi Aldori, one of the most impressive swordsmen the world's ever seen. Also a great leader and one of the heads of the renowned College of Warfare in Restov.
I really am interested in swordplay and war knowledge. Those are some of my biggest interests.
It goes over Jamondi's part in the war against Coral. Goes into the founding of the city-state of Rostov, of the college, of the things that they did adventure or business-wise.
Right. How long do you plan to be gone?
Well, it might be a month or two. I don't believe anything longer. But I'm going over there to hopefully find more information on the artifacts. If I find them quickly, probably a month. We'll see.
Right, so a month to take my bike, and you give me this book.
Yes, but you're a huge nerd, so you love books.
Right, and after I finish reading it, what should I do with the other 29 days and 23 hours and 30 minutes that I have until you arrive back with my bike?
She's saying this, he's pulling out another book, but this one is clearly a picture encyclopedia-like of dragons. He's like, I have another book. This one, I'll give you. You got me. This one has pictures, but it's good pictures.
Listen, this is, that's really admirable. I'm really glad that you managed to collect 2 books that you thought I could be interested in. Thank
Okay.
you.
This was for me, honestly.
We're just going to say you owe me a favor.
Okay. You're by far the richest of the party right now. You own a massive business. Can we?
It's not that massive. It's...
You have a huge information network. You aren't paying those orphans. Let's be real.
I'm paying them.
How much? Exactly.
However much is a decent amount. I don't know how the economy works. Sometimes you hear like 1 gold is an entire lifetime's wages for a peasant. Sometimes it's like a gold a day. I don't know. I'm paying them what they're worth.
That's a worrying answer. a business.
It's only
No.
like 5 copper.
I actually, if you want to know economics, there are books on that. That's part of the whole running a state thing, more so than the warfare.
Well, I'm going to be looking into that over this month. I'm going to be leaving next month, so that's when I would need the bike. But for my time this month, I think I'm going to be at the library a lot, reading up on things like warfare and statehood. I need
Excellent.
to refresh myself because my memories are fuzzy from the fucking vanishing. I can't remember anything of my family, and no idea who my father is. I can't remember my mother's voice, or my siblings, or what we did. He just kind of looks at Asa to see if any of this is working. Make her.
Asa isn't able to read people at all. She automatically assumes everybody is trying to get something for nothing. That's just the automatic assumption, right? So it's just she's just like tilting her head.
Fine.
Right. Well,
I will walk.
you can take the bike.
Thank you.
You owe me a favor.
I owe you a favor. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Alright.
you know how to read a book?
I've already read the books. Are
Oh.
you kidding?
Oh.
You go to sleep and I stay up and then I read the
You
book.
read my books while I'm sleeping?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's...
You think I'm actually paying attention to what? Why do you think I get attacked by bugs all the time? I'm
That
in a book.
makes so much sense. I never put that together. Fair enough. Okay, well, thank you. Bo leaves, and he also goes and buys the kids food because he feels like Ace is stupid. These children. Come out, children, come eat. No more work today.
Do you have like the ability to make that call? Like, are you like a business associate?
I technically own 40%. I don't know. I'm somewhere up here.
No way Asa allowed you to own that much.
Maybe like 15. I'm a no-no.
Yeah, like maybe 5%.
Listen, these children need a union. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Wait, no, I take that Bo back. Bo is a prince. He would never suggest unions to people. Bo is of a royal family. He wouldn't want the people to gather together and ask for things. No.
Well, no, he would now.
Now.
Until he gets into power.
Right.
Then he would stifle that stuff.
Why do you need a union?
For
I'm at
now,
the top
he needs
now.
Yeah, you have to go mad with power. It's no fun without power.
It's
Nobody
true.
listens to you.
I have to get to the throne to be able to then become the enemy. Right. That's it for that scene.
Excellent. Okay. Well then, when we get later into the month, Asa, you do your daily sending to Maddie.
Maddie's gonna respond. Maddie's response most of the time is, "Everything's good, no news." The first time you get news that's really different is the following message in return.
My leg.
I think some of these guys are starting to act twitchy.
That's not good.
That's all you say back. Like, that's
the first message back. I'm gonna give Rebecca a chance to have Asa do a different response the following day.
It's a once per
Yep.
day, right? Yeah.
You get
Yeah,
25
so
words. You could say more than they're getting twitchy.
So you say that back, and Asa's left
That's what
for
Maddie
24 hours, being like, "What the fuck does that mean? Is she dead?" What?
The next day, what does Asa send back? Or not back. What does Asa
Explain.
send?
Oh, and you use few words too.
Explain.
Okay.
Twitchy. You can use 25 words. Please? Do you need help?
Maddie responds, "No, I'm good. Don't know how to explain it. They're acting weird whenever they see me. It's fine, currently.
Asa sits with that for another day.
Wow.
I will contact Bo.
Mm-hmm.
So did Maddie says that the people she's on the boat with are acting twitchy, weird. Every time they see her, they're behaving weird.
Specifically when they see Matty.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know anything
But-
about these people that she got on the boat with?
No. But I mean, I don't know anything, and
No.
it could have changed multiple times.
That's true. Did you say if it was the whole crew? If everyone's looking? It's specifically when they look at her they get twitchy.
Mm-hmm. So, Laska, is it specific people?
And this is a new thing, right? She hasn't said anything about this in a month.
No, she's been there for weeks, and then she hasn't said anything like this, and so it was just like 2 days ago.
It doesn't make much sense. Why all of a sudden when they just decide to get strange with her?
I have no idea. I'll keep you updated every time she messages me. Well, I message her, and then she messages me back.
Do you know where she is? Like how far down the river?
On a boat.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Right. Well, I'll ask her. I'll ask her. What's she?
Yes. I believe that the first big stop for her should be Callus Lake. That's where they'll be able to take a different river to get down to Absalon. So ask if she's hit Callus Lake yet. Tomorrow, of course.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Kallas. Callus Lake.
Okay. Ask if she's near Callus Lake.
Mm-hmm. That's the first big landmark. So
All right. I will ask that. So I will send to Maddie the next day. Specific.
Map to find Callus Lake.
it's the best. I think it's called.
Okay, I found it.
Yeah, she's on the East Selin River currently, I would assume, and then Callus Lake is where like the rivers turn to 4 different rivers, and then
Gotcha. Yeah.
can take that all the way down to Absalon.
All right. So, specific people twitchy, or all twitchy. What changed? And where are you? Near Callus Lake? Any deviations in your path?
Okay. You get back the following message. Asa. I know that look. I've seen it before. It's the look of fear mixed with confusion. I've seen this before.
So Asa sits on that for 24 hours.
What the fuck?
Can I recall anything that happened to me and Maddie, or where I was present, that something like this, people being twitchy and weird around somebody, that if it was a specific event that I can recall?
Has anything like that happened in your backstory, Maddie? Because
Not with-
been a time in the game for that to happen.
Yeah.
There's not been an event in which Asa was present.
Okay.
Okay.
So no.
Does Asa tell Bo about this message?
Yeah.
I mean, he bring up that Maddie had problems with her orchood in the past, and that, you know, people look at orcs very badly for the most part, but that's something she's always tried to improve upon. It just doesn't make sense that this would all of a sudden happen. Why now? After weeks of being on the ship with her, even if this is assuming that's what this is about. And also, tell her to be more specific in her message. What the fuck is this cryptic shit? We have to wait 24 hours to figure out if she's still alive with things like that.
I don't even know if she knows that it's like a mental message. Like, she doesn't have to say it out loud. Nobody has to know that this is happening.
She studied under her ass. She should understand magic.
Right.
That's true.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm worried.
Okay, so I will... and she's being evasive. Why won't she answer all my questions? Is it because she's being played by Joe and he wants to make this as complicated and difficult as possible? Is that why? I think that's it. The next night, I will send... racism? Question mark?
Racism.
That is a great way to start a sending. Racism? Question mark?
Listen.
We
I get
the
25
baddies.
words.
Racism?
Where are you? Are you in danger? What does this remind you of? Tell me explicitly, please.
Less cryptic.
25 words. Managed to respond back like the moon rises, Asa. What the fuck does that mean?
No, you get the following back. I'm kind of fucking busy. They goddamn forgot me. Fuck.
What'd you say? You kind of cut out.
You peeked.
Yeah.
You peeked. I didn't hear
God
it.
damn it.
Did they leave you? What?
They forgot you. You said they forgot me.
Oh, what the fuck does that mean?
Am I the only one?
Apparently you are the only one, Steve.
Yep.
You guys, I'm so happy you guys forgot. It was only
I
one of the
didn't
key
forget.
reasons we were looking for our ask.
I didn't forget it. The creeper wood. It's the creeper wood.
I didn't hear the first half of what you said.
Yeah,
It was
broken up.
It was shit fuck. I'm kind of fucking busy fighting. They have forgotten me. Shit fuck.
Oh,
Yeah, they're going.
pass through the fucking trees, the woods.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's what.
We're on the river, man.
Yeah, but you passed
Yeah.
by Creeperwood, right?
That doesn't
Yeah.
mean shit though.
I'm a month and a half out.
How the fuck did they just forget you? What does that mean?
I'm the only one who remembered.
Yeah, at this point, it's a month out. It will be a month and a half when we get to.
You're not the only
Oh,
one
sorry.
who remembered, Steve.
It's not the woods.
Okay, at this point, I will go ahead and mention it. It was one of the reasons we were looking for our ask. Maddie is effectively cursed. People forget things while around if they spend long periods of time around her.
Oh.
But
That's
you all have been on the
right.
move this entire
Yeah,
time. so
God,
you've
that
been
was a
very
million
non-centered
years
there.
ago.
That's right. I forgot
And
about
you
that.
all are the only ones who aren't affected by it.
In
Huh.
theory, because of our ask.
Because
In theory.
In theory. Fuck. Bo would tell Isa, like, there's nothing we can do. She's miles on miles on miles down the river. If she's still on that boat, we could go after her eventually if she gets off.
Yeah, I don't have any idea what we can do. We can go down and try to help, but I mean, it'll take us forever to get. I literally don't know what to do. So,
We just need to wait back. I mean, keep up to the signings to see if she's alive or she's okay or what's happened. Eventually, something has to change. You said it sounded like she was fighting?
that's what she said.
So one way or another, tomorrow should be a result. Hopefully
Right.
not a bad one. We can decide what to do then, I guess. Just ask her tomorrow when you sin. One, what happened? Two, do they need help? And three, do they want us to come? Or for us to hire on people? Because in 4, where the fuck are they? They still have... I understand they were fighting today, but we still don't know where they are on this river.
Right, okay, well... Yeah, alright. The next day I will... message Maddie. Everything okay? Where are you? Do you need help? I could send someone. I could come if you want.
What time of day do you send this sending?
I send sendings at the end of the day because I promised Lunaria that I would send to her if anything came up, and so the
Yep.
sending is always reserved for her.
Okay, so yeah, the following night, that's what Maddie gets.
All right, hang on one second. Just gonna reread this, make sure I understood it. Okay, so just make sure I'm off the boat.
If you want to be at this point, either
Okay.
way, whenever you are, that's the timeline of stuff, basically.
You get response. I'm off the boat. I think I'm near a place called Shimmerford. I'm currently trekking that direction. A couple days out, probably. I will send something more coherent when I can.
Okay, I'll find Bo and I'll let Bo know. In all of our months in this city, is there a cartographer?
Yes, there is.
Um,
It'd be a pretty poor military city if they didn't have good maps.
It's true.
right. So I know maps are expensive, but
But you got connections.
yeah,
Your mother Ember, you know?
You don't need to necessarily own the map to review a map.
exactly. I don't because I don't know if it's like one of those things. Like, listen, I'm not saying I ever did this, but sometimes you can go in Barnes and Noble and they used to have chairs, and you just read a book and then
Right.
put it back on
Yeah.
the shelf, right?
Well,
Yeah.
like it's a library.
Just don't fucking stab the maps. People will kill you for that.
Yeah, never.
We could probably-
Years
Please
of
do
work,
not
thousands of dollars.
destroy my
Um,
We could probably
precise-
get some in
So-
the library. We have platinum access.
So yeah, so if it would be okay for me to go to cartographer, like, because I think that's something that I would have done anyways to kind of get to know the area more. But definitely the next day I would go to the cartographer and see if I could find where Shimmerford was.
All right, you go looking at a map, the cartographer's map for that day, and you find that Shimmerford is just up the river, just up the East Selman River from Callus Lake. It is not far.
It's very close to Callus Lake.
I will give
What-
you a map
So
overview.
she's at the
Give you an
halfway
idea.
point, pretty much.
Halfway point. All right.
Actually,
Well,
even
that's
no, that's probably like a third.
Yeah, third.
The
probably.
river is very long to get to.
yeah. Well, we knew it was gonna be like half a year for her to get to Absalom.
Yeah. That was before
And back.
she lost. That was
And
before she lost her
back.
boat. Well, this is moving.
Not yet, it's not.
I don't know what to do. I don't think that there's anything I can do.
She's so far out of our range. We could start traveling. This would take probably 2 months of walking, if to get to her, and we could get ourselves a boat, but still, that doesn't solve the problem of Mattie's problem.
You're a month and a half behind her. Good luck.
We're at a very rough spot, and I mean, it seems that Mattie has some sort of plan, or at the very least, she's thinking things out. Did it sound like she still had the money? I assume so. She didn't say anything about it, yes?
Right, and I didn't really ask, but
Sure.
when I send her tomorrow, I'll see if she needs anything, because us getting down there is probably impossible.
I mean,
But,
yes, we could get a boat, but that's going to... This is the complicated part. You have a very large and growing business here in Mivon. I'm trying to start something here to get my name noticed, and I have to go to another city in a month. I mean, if Mattie's in dire circumstances, we'll go. But we're in a tough spot ourselves. Aren't you, like, looking over plants as well? From the north?
yes, I'm trying to figure out if we can at least contain what's happening up in Sovereign Hill. It's not good. It's not good. Everything so far the conclusion has been, fuck.
Well,
Yeah. But also, we don't know where Kara is or when she'll be back.
No,
so
no
if we were
idea.
to just disappear, that would also be an issue.
yes, and you can't really just leave your samples. Who knows what those samples will do with 2 months of unprovided, look over.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We're in a very tough spot. Mattie is a very strong woman. She's very capable, and I'm sure she'll come up with a plan. I mean, hell, she has over 1,000 gold on her. I'm sure she'll be able to do something.
I will let her know that if she needs us for anything, we're available and ready. But hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Yes.
Yeah, the next day I will send to Maddie, and I will say, you're just up from Callus Lake, a third of the way. If you need anything, let me know. I'll keep checking in. Can you keep going?
You get back the following message. Go to sleep. I have an important question to ask. Seriously, go to sleep.
She learned a new fucking spell. You talking dreams? Since when was this a thing?
Yeah, I'll go to sleep, I guess.
Alright, hang on.
It's like 7 or something. Just one creature.
Conspiracy?
Yes.
You send a message to your target stream.
boy.
The message is one way up to 1 minute. It's a decent message.
This is interesting.
That's interesting. See if you go all the way up to fucking Robot Land? You up in Robot Land?
You don't know.
That'd be a fucking trek. I hope you got like at least a horse or something if you did go up that way. I was thinking about
Mhm.
potentially, because like I wanted to learn obviously my warfare lore and my statecraft lore, and like I mean I did like mechanically wise, and that's that. But if I wanted them to be amazing and whatnot, the place to go would be Restov. But Restov is like right here at like the back of
Yeah.
like Coral's forces. Like Coral's
Yeah.
whole army is on this fucking line here, and then I'd have to travel through them to get to Restov. So
Well,
nah,
it's
it's
not
not
like
happening.
we can't be covert about it. But
That's a hell of a risk. I mean, like that's what I ended up coming to is that I can't take that risk. That
well, his armies can't swim and breathe in water, can they?
no, but neither can Bo.
Yeah, but I can teach you how to breathe in water.
You could teach me how to breathe in water.
I have water breathing.
Oh, you have the spell. Okay, that's
Yeah.
pretty good. Still, I don't know if I want to risk it. That's like because
Get rid of it.
all it's gonna take is for Coral to get some sort of fucking Vader sense of Bo being near, and it's fucking over.
Why would he have a Vader sense of
The Force is weird.
Ah, my ancestor? Mark?
Yeah, it's how things go.
Descendant?
Sleep well.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's a cool spell.
Okay.
It is a cool spell.
What they gonna do now?
DM talk with Cess. That's what I
Alright.
normally do.
Back to other channels. See y'all in a second.
Bye.
This is
Bye.
an interesting start to the session. There's been like what three or four different dogs in the set or so.
Man, my story is just boring in comparison. I'm just gonna go the fuck to sleep for 3 months.
You're starting a fucking revolution. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. But I'm evolving in like a month.
Oh, you fucking cocooning or whatever? Dragon cocooning?
Yeah, the party is splitting hard. It's
Or hard
kind of
split.
amazing.
Harsh. I mean, that's what this was all going to be about, you know?
Oh no, absolutely. The thing was is like I did some checking ahead of time with Seth, just like, hey, is this storyline still ongoing? Yep, it's gonna kick off soon.
Oh.
How soon? During your downtime. Yeah.
Very interesting. Well, shit.
It's alright.
I'm interested to see what you're going to do because you're in a tough spot. You are so far away from any of us, and you still have so far to go. I mean, just from Shimmerford, like you're at the mouth of the Selin River, and the Selin River goes across 1, 2, 3 different countries before it gets to the mouth where it gets the Inner Sea and you can get
More
to
like
Absalom.
5.
Well, yeah, both sides are. It's 5. Well, there's so much.
I think my original version of
Yeah.
Leroy came from Andoran.
Ooh, private
Roll those dice. Roll those dice.
Roll it.
Y'all know there's a place called it's like the Island of Terror, and it's just a lich's prison in the middle of a lake.
It's
I
not
do
a prison.
know about that.
It's
Yeah.
not a prison.
It's not a prison. It's a lair.
I thought
Yeah, it's
I
a
thought they
lair.
they were keeping him there.
No,
Oh
he,
shit.
he has free reign there. He rules there.
Well, stay off the fucking island, I guess. In this year in Golarion, the scar that leads to fucking hell, that's closed, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just
The
saying.
world wound.
The world run, yeah.
Yeah, that got fixed.
I don't know when, but
An adventure path. Yeah,
Wrath of the Righteous. It's that adventure path that became a very popular Pathfinder 2e game.
it was a good one.
okay.
What is this? The Eye of Abendago. Is this just a forever hurricane?
Yeah, it's a forever hurricane. It was created when Aerodin died.
Badass. It's fucking massive. And it's like always there, so I guess you could you could theoretically live in the eye. There's nothing.
Living is a
live there.
strong.
Yeah, well, there's.
Living is a strong word.
It doesn't look like there's any land in the eye. So,
No.
There's like a floating city there,
is it really?
like a flying city. It's like one of the last stories, but it's like in the eye of the eye in Bendigo.
That's cool. See, that's what I was thinking. I was like, there's, you got some serious security if you can do that. God, Golarion, such a
Roy,
big
could
fucking
your
place.
legs fucking work today? I yell angrily. This is what I get for making my own dragons. Fine, whatever.
Oh, the bot stopped. Let me turn my ambiance
I
music.
can turn it on. I just don't know what to type in to summon it. One second.
That's fine. I got tavern ambiance music playing in the background.
Yeah.
I finally started Tears of the Kingdom this week.
I love it so much.
It's been really fun so far. I like it a lot more over Breath of the Wild. I mean, I like Breath of the Wild too, but I think it's just a vast improvement. It's
I feel
great.
like I much like with Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, I feel like you have to play them together in kind of a fun tandem in order to get why it's better than
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild. But I have loved all of my adventures in Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom just amplifies it by 11.
Yeah, it's great. I've been enjoying it a lot. I've only done like one actual dungeon so far because the rest of my time has just been exploring so much of this. The map's so fucking huge now. Between
big.
the underground and the sky and the fucking normal, it's just so much.
Yeah, I just keep getting wigged out that it's like, oh, Link doesn't have a fucking arm.
Yeah, no, it's fucking harmless. It's great too because like for the first few days I was just kind of running like I did in Breath of the Wild, and I remembered, oh wait, I can make a flying bike, and the game's changed completely ever since.
So, have you run into it
It?
yet?
I don't think I run into it.
It yet?
I don't think so. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, don't know about the. Don't know about the
don't
hand
say nothing about it.
guys.
Oh, the
No.
hands. The hands and
Yeah.
they fucking suck. I did learn a tip
Yeah.
though. If you attach a rocket to a shield, then you can pull out that shield and rocket jump into the air and you
can't.
can get away from them.
I encountered my first one when I only had 3 hearts. I was getting to a shrine. I'm in a cave. So doing that trick would kill me.
Yeah, those hands fucking suck.
But I was like just enjoying my time, having fun during my romp. I'm in like what I think is like kind of sort of a beginning area to start with, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. It's a cave. I jump in. It's kind of a wide open space. I can clearly see the shrine ahead of me, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go run over and climb up. And then it's really quiet. I'm like, okay. And then I hear music come up, and I'm like, okay, what's that? And I look to my right, and then this field of glowing hands is coming for me, and I went, oh fuck. I climbed that wall so fast. And it was like, okay, I'm safe from it here, which is cool. I got the shrine portal, so I can portal the shrine. But I look at it and it's trying to get me, and I'm like, oh, okay, I have some bomb arrows. Let's see what happens. I was just trying to see what happened after I fight it, and after I waste all my bomb arrows, I'm like, oh, cool, I got rid of it. It's fine. And then the boss meter comes up, and I'm like, oh, it's not over. It wasn't over at all. Because you know what happens after you kill him, right?
I haven't killed one yet.
Well, I'll leave you to do that then.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just traveling, getting all the lighthouses and whatnot. Fun.
Yeah. Sometimes just riding around on a horse or just looking around is really great, though. That's what I really
Welcome
liked a lot
back.
about the game.
Hi. Hello.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
You guys were gone a long time.
There are some things that need to be ironed out.
Oh no.
Oh, all right. Oof.
What the fuck happened?
The next day,
The next day.
waiting to what's up.
Day 2.
I would say over the course of like the beginning of the day, Issa would be able to, determine all the stuff we talked about,
Yeah.
right? She's like, hang on, it's in there. What the heck is that thing? And then,
Yeah.
she thinks back and blah, 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 blah.
Okay. That night to, Maddie, I will send. You're in Mosquito Witch Hag's territory. You're a big threat. You can appease with blood, or run and try to avoid her. Don't give blood.
What the fuck?
The fuck?
You're welcome. Good luck.
What's that message? You get back the following. That explains a lot. Currently running, there are so many goddamn bugs.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I
that makes sense. Yeah.
Why is everyone calling me a witch? This fucking sucks.
Jesus Christ.
Just so you know, you are 354 miles away from us.
And I'm currently running south.
Well,
Hey,
probably worse.
you're going in the right direction. Just run
I mean,
faster.
You're about to run into water. There's a big old lake.
Good thing I have a horse that can run on water.
Oh, good.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. Yep. Perfect.
Why the fuck are you in a boat?
Why do they think I'm a witch running over some of the water?
Running through some water, erasing memories as she goes. I don't understand.
Cackling.
Swarm of bugs chasing after.
Erasing memories while she got.
Yeah. I will send. I'm sorry. If you can't escape, let me know. I'll figure out something to help you. Good luck.
I'm really starting to think that Ace is secretly a hag.
Maybe I am. Who knows? Not any of you.
Can't even sleep for only 4 hours.
Oh my god, it works so well. She's collecting orphans.
Yeah.
Don't worry if any of them go missing. I definitely didn't eat them.
Well, of course not. Your mother embers. You'd burn them away. Leave
Well,
nothing but ashes and embers.
you have to eat them to get a coven, right?
Yeah, you cook them first, though.
Yeah. Well, you eat them and then. Anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Maddie runs south.
Run, girl, run.
Unless you are interrupting me with something.
Alright. And things unfold as we discussed. Yeah, things get messy for a few days.
Hey, it says, can I get a water stone yet? Can I evolve now? No.
I mean, you can level up whenever you want.
Oh, I
Level
did
7
that.
now.
That's not what I'm
Test,
talking
test.
about.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I
Test,
can hear you.
test.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Could you hear us, Joe? That's a nope.
Joe. Du-du-du-du. I can't hear Joe. I haven't.
Well, he said test test. I assume he's messing with his mic.
I gotcha. Ah, okay.
Test, test.
Yeah.
That was
Hear ya.
weird.
I don't know.
I think Cess is messaging people.
Yeah.
Okay. That will bring us. All right, and that will bring us to the end of this month. One more thing.
Yeah, we're gonna give Kara some time to do her soul searching stuff, and then if we still haven't heard back from her, then we'll be like, "Hey, do you need help? Is everything okay?"
Plus, Maddie was starting a fight with a hag, so you know.
Listen, everybody's just doing the fucking craziest shit that they possibly can. So, except for me, of course, everything I've been doing has been extremely normal. So just want to make sure that you're okay. They're my legacy, all right? I gotta. Yeah. My combos, they are.
All right.
Yep. That's Team Black.
Let's kill some guy tonight. Commit a felony.
Yeah.
I killed my own mother. Okay.
All right, so Maddie's way off. No real way to earn income, but we can go ahead and do that for Asa.
Hang on, if I kill the hag, can I earn income?
Please don't kill the hag. Please don't try to kill the hag. Not by yourself, please. I'm pretty sure that they have. I actually don't know how they work in Pathfinder because I don't know anything about Pathfinder. Let's see what Nethys has to say. Anyways,
I think you just kill them.
The hags. They've been around for a long time. Some speculate they moved from Golarion from the First World. It suggests that they may have once been fey, cursed by vanity, and turned into crones. All hags are female. They're able to breed with males of most humanoids and monstrous races, and even some fey. Some degenerate races willingly do so. Hag babies are usually female. Male children are normally sterile and normal members of the father's race, apart from probably appearing wrong. Hags secretly swap its newborn female child for another baby of its father's race. The changeling grows up as a normal child. Whilst the stolen baby is usually eaten by the hag.
Good.
You know, classic.
Yum, 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 babies.
Hags are not known for their piety, but some do follow these gods. Oh, there's even a special section on the hags of the River Kingdoms. That's fun.
that's cool.
But yeah, it doesn't say anything about any like particular things. I think you just kill them.
Just hit it till it dies. Time for Ace to make some money.
Do need to make some money. I did select one. Oh, just one. Okay. Oh, I don't know how to do any of this. What? I have the macro. What do I?
So you have the macro. Go ahead and click your character.
Mm-hmm.
Click the macro,
Mm-hmm.
and it will give you a little thing that you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
For affixing runes, it's crafting. You choose the level of the task. We'll say that you're probably affixing level 2 runes, so it'd be a task level 4. No, but you're
Okay.
doing a bulk of them, so let's go ahead and say it's level 7. It'd be appropriate to your level.
Okay.
And then for a number of days, you can either like do it 3 times, 10 day, 10 day, 10 day, to spread out the probability of a low roll, or you can just do 30 days and roll the dice, right? Because one roll is going to determine how much you get back, basically.
Right.
Luckily, the macro will remember your previous stuff, so if you hit the macro with 10, you can just hit the macro again and hit send and hit send.
Okay. Goodness. I'll do 10 days at a time. Okay.
Go ahead and do 3 of those.
Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Nice.
It's 25 per, because you got 50 silver as well. So 25, 25, 25, you get 75 gold over the course of the month.
Excellent. Excellent. I know. How thrilling. Okay. I will, yeah, I'll pay all my orphans. I honestly have no idea what an appropriate amount to pay them is. But I would be paying them, you know,
Let's see.
in a hierarchy. Yeah.
Knock out 25 gold.
Okay, no problem. All right, so I made 50 gold, and I'll just put all of that back into the business to keep it going.
Yeah, just add the 50 gold to your character sheet, though.
Yeah,
That's something
okay.
you get in excess.
Okay.
All right, Bo, go ahead and do your annual incomes for whatever you want to do to make money. Yeah, this is like the other half of the day. And what are you doing to make money?
You could probably do duels. I think duels there have money.
Yeah, the big games aren't on, but, you know, you could probably still find some stuff going on. Go to the compendium tab. It's going to be the one at the top right, the little book icon. Type earn income. There'll be one that has an icon of a bunch of gold coins. Drag that down under your 1 to 10 bar. Select your character by clicking them and then run the macro. That is not the one with the gold coins. It'll also say in parentheses PF2E macros. You just do the search bar at the top. Okay. It does put on your bar at the bottom of the screen. Then click your character and run the macro. It'll give you a little prompt. For this, you'd use athletics. It's going to be lower because the big games aren't on. It's going to be level 5. And then you could do 3 instances of 10 or just 1 of 30. Okay. Bad time for bow. Good time for bow.
Uh,
Had a decent time for bow. Alright, so that's 9 gold, 15 gold, 24 total, plus 2, 26 gold over the course of the month. Yeah. Alright, next up, Core. Core is still, doing art and whatnot on the side to make money.
yes, and all the fun propaganda.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead and earn income using
Well,
art.
I mean, they're also still doing the clinic. So, with the tournament over, they're probably doing their clinic to make money.
Okay, go ahead and do
So
medicine.
we'll do medicines.
I would say at this point, because the tournaments are low, it's going to be the same thing as a bow, level 5.
How many days?
3 versions of 10 or 1 of 30. Your choice if you want to put it all in one bucket.
Oh lord. Okay. We'll do 15.
Cool. Do one more. Nice.
Oh,
You
dude!
make a lot of money. You make
Wow.
45 gold over the course of the month.
35 gold, sweet.
45.
Oh, 45, okay. Wow, I'm really bringing healthcare to the people.
All the duels they have, they're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Also, core seems to be changing a little bit. But let me type this in real quick. See, I'm making my own income. Hoo-ha.
I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
Okay, as we get to month 6, news spreads that the area in eastern Brevoy has become overrun with unusual machines. The town of Brunderton has been overrun.
Lucio, probably. If I were to guess.
Biome change.
Oh wait, to the east.
Get to the east.
By robots?
Yep.
And Numeria's to the
Nice.
west of Brevoy, right?
That's a rest tower bullshit.
Yeah, that's
The Rast Tower is up here.
Yep.
Which is
That's
where Susio's forge was.
that's Sucio, all right.
Yep, you get news that you all quickly interpret is that Susio's territory is starting to grow outwards. However, you hear that it is heading eastwards from Brunderton, and it has taken over the Valley of Fire.
Fuck.
I would say that there is a bit of a depiction of the region, so I will go ahead and reveal that section.
And this area that she's seemingly taken over with her robots, this is right next to the area where I heard the crown was?
Aiudara is much further up here.
It's much further. Okay, I
Across
thought
the
it was
mountain
this dragon. Okay, good to know.
Well, the dragon's on the mountain range, basically.
All right.
And
Good
then
to know.
Aiudara is on the other side of the mountain.
Good to know. I thought she was
But
very,
yes, she
very
has
close.
expanded. She has expanded eastwards towards that mountain range, rather than westwards towards New Stanford.
Now, does Coral worry about that is the question. Hmm.
Do you think were you asking if Coral is worried about it? I don't think he
Yeah.
is.
You don't think so?
No, because she's heading east.
She is, but I mean, she's in that mountain range, and that
Yeah.
technically is Brevoy. Not the far eastern part isn't, but her building an army sort of right on the border of Brevoy.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she's working
maybe.
with Coral, and that's why she's like, "Hey, I'll push east, and you can push south."
She
I
did.
feel like that might
I don't
be a
know. If,
stretch.
yeah, I don't think she would do that, but maybe it's not outside the realm of possibility.
All right.
Any other news that we hear?
1 sec.
I wonder if these are the Numeria robots, or if these are robots
It's
she
so
built.
far.
It's so far.
It's so far.
But
Yeah, I
we
don't
know
think
she
it's
does.
Numeria.
She has portal magic.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Valley of Fire marked.
Why didn't she portal us to the star?
But she was never there before.
That's right. That's right.
And I mean, would she have? Anyways,
No.
Cess, did I learn anything? Like, did you want me to do any checks or anything for the plant stuff that I studied in January?
Oh yes, my bad. Kind of skipped past that. My bad.
It's okay. A lot going on. Hmm.
Sim's getting crazy.
Go ahead and make recall occult and
Okay.
nature.
Okay. Can I use my stuff on this? My
Yes.
okay.
That cool
The
ability.
etude. Okay. So I will roll these with advantage just because I am using my lore master shit, basically. Okay, so this one is for occultism, and then this one is for nature. Not as good. Nature. Oh, I don't know. Did I roll that one at advantage?
The nature was not rolled in advantage, so roll me a second.
Okay.
Alright, so taking the time and looking over these samples the best that you can. What info do you get? Based on the complete root sample that you have, you can tell that this is a highly invasive plant form. You gather from the combination of both that while it has the facsimile of being natural, there is a very unusual set of properties to it that is causing it to grow. It's feeding on something unusual, in other words. It's not growing off of photosynthesis. It's growing off of something else entirely.
Yeah, that's how I'm wondering.
It does attempt to rapidly expand when Asa tries to like plant it in dirt and whatnot. It responds positively to blood, but not just blood. It also seems to leech up magical energy when delivered to it. It seems to just gravitate towards sources of power, whatever it may be. She tries different sources of power, even magic items, and it seems to attempt to latch onto those and draw in power. And when it does draw in power, the thing starts to grow. So she has to, pull it back and then, burn it back down a little bit, keep it contained. And from the fruit sample, She can find that there is a. I don't want to put this. There is very much a non-terrestrial quality to this fruit. You have a feeling that it is probably going to be poisonous or toxic to most life forms, and something that I will send you in PMs.
I know you're typing right now, but I would also like to know if it's possible to synthesize some sort of weed killer or toxin or poison where I could.
Well, hang on. What priority is that? Because the second part of my answer takes up the majority of your time. So I need to know if
Ooh.
I need to backtrack what I'm about to tell you.
Okay. The only thing I want to know is I wouldn't try synthesizing anything yet, but I would like to know if I feel it's even possible to make something that could halt the spread of this.
Not in your current skill set,
Okay.
though in the realm of magic, all things are possible.
Correct. Okay. Okay, but not with what I am capable
Correct.
of now. Okay. Awful. Awful information.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely awful. One last thing that I will put out loud, though, is that um, with regards to the question about what's it called, stopping it, she knows that it requires a. This stuff requires for long life. It requires a certain type of environment to expand more easily. She notices this as her samples will start to wither away over time as they
Hmm.
are disconnected.
Okay.
And it seems like the thing that's going to mostly impede the growth is the need to almost alter the environment it's growing into, which it can do, but it takes time.
Okay.
Okay.
Oof.
That's what Asa gets.
Okay.
Fun stuff.
God, I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know what to do with that. I'll think about it. Let's see
I'm
what
a
everybody
helper.
else is doing.
Whole town of people.
Oh no.
I'm a helper.
You sure are, Maddie. I think Maddie did a murder the whole town.
Maddie introduced something big to the game. We shall see where that goes.
Remember that time Joe killed an entire campaign world? Joe remembers.
It's gonna be like how Game of Thrones spent like many seasons building up this big old war, and then John comes in and is like, "Hey, everybody, fucking stop! We gotta deal with the White Walkers quick." You have to go to Coral and Scars. Be like, "Hey, everybody, fucking there's these trees. We gotta go deal with them. We can pick it up later."
And then John fucked his, cousin.
Everybody, time out on the war. Time out real quick.
Time out.
Time out. All right, we got to deal with this shit real quick.
We need
okay?
some weed killer.
Okay, time in. Go. Okay. So we get to month 6.
Month 6.
As I mentioned last time, Susio is expanding eastwards, taking over the Valley of Fire. That is all that comes through this month. Character goals. What are Ace's major character goals for this month? I would say it's probably about time to get the job done for... Wait, hang on. Did she already do that?
The job done.
Sample? No, she went
No.
for the samples. It's about time to get the job done for House Killis.
Oh, excellent. Okay, then I will work on that, and I will take Ari and Arlo with me to show them what I'm doing. The plant thing, I got to shelf it. I will see if I can send out word to people who are going that way to be like, hey, just fucking try and burn it. Like, stay away from it. Don't let any plants, animals, magic, anything go in there. Just make a scorched earth around it, basically. Like, fucking, I don't know,
Salt
man.
that
Sorry.
bitch.
God.
Salt it. Like, there's nothing to be done.
Get rid of the demons. Just-
God, it's like there's not much you can do. I'm so sorry. Ugh. But if it starts spreading, I will try to get out the information that if you see it starting to spread, that's the best time to get rid of it. Otherwise, you're pretty much screwed. But if they see it starting to spread, immediately kill it with fire or ice, whatever. Try not to use magic, because magic, it makes it happy. Try to use literal fire.
Yes, she
literal.
would know that natural fire is successful in burning the stuff.
Yeah, so natural fire, please. And yeah, that's something that I would send up with anybody who's traveling north to try and get the word out. To at least sort of slow the spread, because I don't know what to do about that. Yeah, but no, I would focus on the House Kilvis thing. That's a big contract, a big thing that I want to focus on. I really want them in my corner. So that would be a priority for me. And then yeah, so
Okay.
that's pretty much all I would focus on. Continuing to check in with Maddie to make sure that things are getting better, I guess. And then at the end of the month, I will contact Kara and say, just checking in. You've been gone a while. Everything all right? Do you need help? Or I could leave you alone.
Hey, girly.
Okay.
How you doing?
Hold off for that part for right now. Bo is journeying to Avondale. Correct?
Yes, I spend just like a few days, just maybe like 1 or 2 at the start, and Mivon to make sure everything with the business is good on my part, and to go and tell people around that I've come to know that I'll be gone for a month or 2, because while I'm building an image here, I don't want them to just think I disappeared all of a sudden. So I make sure the word gets around that the prince is going to the west. That's another thing I keep forgetting. But Bo still has to set his name to most public people. But I guess it's working because Kilvis hasn't come kill him yet. So yeah, whatever. Then yeah, after like the first 2-3 days, we'll take the bike. He'll head over to Avondale. And
Before you leave,
shit, he's like on the bike.
Yeah. Hold on, here, take this,
What?
and I'll give you a pouch of 100 gold.
What's this for?
It's for, just in case something bad happens. It's a loan. Bring it back to me, please. But, if you get into trouble.
Okay. Thank you, Ace. That's very kind of you.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do anything while I'm over there? It's on the city.
I have hold on. I have a bunch of business cards. Here.
Perfect.
Oh wow, I should have thought of that.
I gotta call attention to this real quick. It has no relevance to anything, but the area, Avondale, was written by an RPG designer named John Wick. Okay, continue.
John
Wow.
Wayne.
That's wonderful.
Well,
That's funny.
what a cool name now.
Yeah, Bo takes the business cards. He also will take some of Core's posters, to put up around the city.
Here's a cardboard tube. You put them in here. You protect them that way, and then you can put them in your pack. And then after you take them out, make sure you make them nice and straight before you hang them up anywhere.
Of course. Of course.
Sorry.
He listens very
This
intently.
is like a message I put in my own cardboard tube for when people buy my fruit.
He listens very intently. He'll get the business cards and the posters, and he'll head over to Avondale. And then once in Avondale, he is going to find this sage to try to get information from him about the artifacts. And I've been trying to think how to word this because it's very difficult. We're still under the magical contract, and even if we weren't, I wouldn't want to really spread around House Kilvis' secret. So we physically can't talk about House Kilvis' secret, but I try my best to explain that I'm looking for leads on either A, and the more probable one, to find a magical artifact that would be very powerful to work as an arcane battery of some sort, or B, to break a very big curse. But I lean towards A because I don't really have magic shit, so if I can find an artifact that'll supplement. But again, Bo's constantly trying to talk around what he needs because he can't say like, yeah, I need to get Kilvis a battery. So he's trying his best.
Okay. What about core goals for the month?
Core. Honestly? I can see real quick. Or getting wise. Shit.
Oh, what you consider? I need to step away real quick.
Yeah, no problem.
Seeing the D&D changes that they've been putting out?
I haven't paid too much attention to it.
No.
Oh man, let's instead talk about DC-20, which I have been watching lots of videos about, and looks
heard
really
about that.
interesting. It's kind of like halfway between Pathfinder and D&D.
DC-20? I haven't heard of this.
I am really interested in it. It's just out of alpha, so it's still a little raw.
Who's
But
making it?
it's a guy. He goes by Dungeon Coach.
And I see the
His name's
Kickstarter.
Alan something. I really like. I've been watching a lot of his videos about how he organizes campaigns, and it's been really helpful. But then he was
shit.
like,
His Kickstarter's doing very well.
"It's doing very well."
Wow.
But one of the things that he does is he integrated like a 4-action system, so that it's kind of similar to like the 3-action system of Pathfinder. He kind of goes away from spell slots and is more kind of like a mana pool that you can use to cast different spells. He doesn't
like
do
that. That's-
instead of like counter spelling, you have like spell duels where if you try to cancel a spell, you have to do a spell that has like an effect that would cancel it out. You can tell that he really likes martials because everything's focused towards martials. He had to bring martials down to be on par with casters.
Fuck yeah.
Because the martials were overpowered. It seems really interesting and good, and I've been looking into it because 5e or 5.5, 6, whatever we're calling it, has looked extremely disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they looked at Pathfinder and was like, why is this doing well?
And then,
Why
and
do
then-
people like it?
And then did everything in the exact opposite direction of what it's actually doing.
This looks really good. I gotta read into this more after game.
I've been looking into a system that Steve talked about, or at least the first version, Knave 2. Pretty good.
Oh yeah.
What's it like?
Well, the introduction to the book basically says that he wanted to make something simple that runs like a 5e game without the complexities of 5e.
Wait, 5e is complex?
From a dungeon
Yeah,
master side.
because the weird thing about 5e is that it has lots of rules, but they conflict with one another and they're very ill-defined.
Yeah.
But you have a lot of ambiguity in rules.
Yeah.
Whereas Pathfinder 2 has a lot of, it's very solid about its rules.
Yeah.
Whereas with Knave 2, the approach is a lot more flexible and fluid. Like, for example... Hang on, going into the thing real quick. Where's the spell section? Here's an example of a spell. Spider Climb. You can climb surfaces like a spider for int turns.
There you go. Don't need
Yep.
anything else.
Web. You can shoot int times 40 inches of feet of strong, sticky web. Lasts until burned.
Yeah. Alright.
Just these are what these spells do. Just use them creatively when they pop when your chance comes.
Nice.
Magic
Cody.
suppressor. All magic is nullified within int times 10 feet of you.
Yeah, Joe.
I did listen to the fighter pitch that they did,
Yeah.
and it has all sorts of red flags for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
What?
I'm gonna wait for
for
them
D&D?
to release the whole thing before I make a
Sure.
decision on whether on it. But really disappointed by some of the things I heard on Fighter.
I'm all
for
in
D&D
with
you're
this
talking about?
DC-20 thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 5.5.
It must have been the MCDM thing too.
That was the non-committal sequel answer.
Yeah, I've heard that hardly anything before it has come out, and they're all like, "Come on, man, a little bit more, please."
I mean, it takes time to make a game.
Absolutely it does. Absolutely it does. But hasn't Coville been making this game for like 100 years? I feel like he's been working on it forever.
I mean, he only like ramped it up into actual development with the OGL thing, right?
I know, but he has been working on. Yes, I'm sure. It's only been the past like year and a half that he's really buckled down on it.
Alright, well, we got an hour left, so
Yes.
let's get
No,
this
you're
done.
right. You're right.
Okay, so
tangent.
core stuff that you want your character to focus on for this one.
I think I'll continue doing the clinic. But they'll have to cut it short. They're experiencing some discomforts. And eventually Core will likely be retreating. Where is like a... Where's kind of like a private spot near the water that not a lot of people would maybe go to or disturb?
You're in the River Kingdoms. There's a lot of open space.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like near Mivon.
Yeah, you just head like a mile or half down the river and you're out in the wilderness.
Okay.
Okay.
I will,
Or
yeah, I'll be
retreats into seclusion.
going... Yeah, I am retreating into seclusion. But yeah.
Alright, Kara, I already PM'd you.
Yep.
So what are you doing with the second half of the month?
All right. I'm gonna be helping Dorothy with her machine, checking in with her, and like getting up to date on everything that's happened since I've been gone.
Gotcha. Yeah, Dorthra will only know about the plant life in the area and the expansion of Brevoy. So that stuff gets to Kara.
Okay, cool.
The stuff about Susio does not make it down. Okay, and lastly, Maddie, do you have any more things to deliver while on the trip?
Well, if that witch is not chasing me, then I'm heading south on a magical horse.
All right, you do make your way southwards, continuing slowly but surely.
I try to stay on the outskirts of town because I'm afraid of riots.
All right, go ahead and make me a 3 survival checks.
Oh boy, I'm glad I'm trained in that. Because otherwise that'd be real bad.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
How many
One.
licks does it take to get to the center of the Maddie roll?
Okay, character goals are done, so now we get actual things that happen throughout the month. All right, the job keeps Asa busy. Bo goes journeying to Avondale, so that'll be in the second half of the month.
I'm driving.
Core retreats into seclusion on the second half of the month. Kara, you are back and, out and about for the second half of the month, and Maddie is continuing to travel. Maddie, you got lost for a decent bit of time. You got set back on your trip a little bit, but you eventually find your way back, and you're continuing to head southwards.
Follow the river.
Yeah,
What's that over there?
How'd you get lost? I was just saying, all you need to do is stay on the river. You just be
Because
out
it's the
right
River
aside.
Kingdoms, and there's lots of frickin' rivers.
That's a pretty
But
big
it forked
river.
off it forked off in 4 directions at one point. And Maddie went, "Fuck."
Yep, and then 2 of them recombined to form the Salin River going southwards, but then the other 2 went off in a different direction, and then...
Maddie's clothes are ruined. He's really upset about it.
Alright, does anybody have anything for the first half of the month? Alright, then we'll go straight to the second half.
If Maddie, I will be continuing to keep contact with Maddie, and if Maddie has any landmarks that she wants to tell me about, and I can try and see where she is and maybe give her directions, or even during the dream, she could like show me stuff. Like I could try and help her out with that, and I'll do my best to try and help Maddie figure out where she's going and how to deal with everything that's happening.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, maps aren't quite that detailed, right? We don't
Yeah,
have
they
like
are. Mine is.
GPS level accuracy maps here. We
Yeah,
got
it
like
is.
lines saying this is the river, and then there's like 18 different rivers that break apart and recombine in different spots.
It's on the. There's 8 of them. You don't see one? Wow.
It's just the one river, and it's blank space around it. You should see nothing but the river.
It's all blank. He just colored it green, which means nothing.
One night you have a dream, it's just Maddie, just that Will Smith poster. I just, this is what I see.
Yeah, alright.
But second half of the month, let's see. Let's start with Bo. Bo, you eventually get to Avondale. Upon reaching the entrance of the town,
Mm-hmm.
you notice that it is guarded. There are a pair of guards out front of the gate. The city has reasonably sized walls that are reinforced, with stone and whatnot,
Nice.
and is meant to withstand an assault. The gates are currently open. You're able to just sort of walk up and head on in. Does
Okay.
Bo have any religious paraphernalia on him?
I mean, Caden shit's all about, like, in the bar and, like, mugs
Yeah,
and
so does
whatnot.
he have anything like that with him?
I was gonna say a mug, but, like, I feel like he would have gotten that if he ever made it to the drinking hall. So, like, I don't think he has anything. I think he does more of his praying in the actual bar.
All right. And he gets into town just fine.
Nice. Do they search me or anything? Like how
They do search.
they do search.
Yes.
I kind of walked into this. What did they say about the stacks of propaganda posters I have?
They shrug and don't give a shit.
All right, cool. Right on.
We got no love for the Brevins down here.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I gotta fix that.
Those dirty Brevins.
That's everywhere we're going. Everyone around here hates my people. It's like, well, I get it. I'm working on it, man.
No way they could be worse if they were Pitaxians.
Yeah, it's very true. At least we're not Pitax.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, then I'll go in the city. It doesn't.
While traveling around the city,
Yeah.
Bo will very quickly notice that there is no religious iconography around the city. As he starts looking at different buildings, he notices that where temples normally would be, and in fact used to be, he sees that the architecture is that this place was once a temple. He sees smashed statues, broken, archway insignias and stuff like that. You know, all the stonework and stuff that was meant to be religious in nature has been broken in some way. And much of it's cleaned up by this point, but you know, you can still tell that they broke this stuff down. And most of those buildings that were formerly temples now seem to have been changed into schools, orphanages. You see, one of them is a hospital. It's just they've repurposed those buildings for other needs, and the town is overall pretty nice.
It's strange because if I were to like see this in like real life, I'd be like, fuck yeah! Like they're focused on actually bettering their society, what they can do for their people, and you know, not giving in on this shit. That's awesome. But in this world, there's definitely gods. It's like you can't really be an atheist or anything. And I mean, maybe they're just swearing them off, but they still seem to be doing good by their people, by orphanage and schools and hospitals instead of churches. So I guess that's cool. I mean, do I hear anything around while I'm moving around the city of why this has happened, or is this recent, or like
Are you asking about it?
maybe yeah at the tavern. I think like
Roll me a diplomacy.
yeah, over drinking and whatnot. Secret.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me hero point that just to, just in case.
Okay. Bo is able to get a real quick and dirty history of Avondale from just talking to some people at a bar while he's also trying to find out where the sage lives.
Mm-hmm.
He learns that quite a while back, Avondale was a religious center, a very pious town with lots of different faiths that would build temples and whatnot in this area. But the kingdom of Tuvet, which is Avondale, is the capital of Tuvet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it had effectively had a very poor king. Only really focused on gratification and enjoying their life, not actually doing the affairs of state. They're
Right.
more or less a shitty king, not really doing what they were supposed to do as a king to keep the state working properly. And things sort of collapsed. The religious organizations basically saw a power vacuum and they tried to move in. And that led to a series of holy wars that took place throughout the city, sending all of Tuvet into pure and utter chaos. Until eventually, the current leader, General Cabal Vorin, killed more or less the opposition forces, and basically made it illegal to worship here in the Kingdom of Tuvet. Priests are not permitted, and all of the religious iconography was destroyed, and all of the wealth from the temples and whatnot were repurposed and redistributed to government services and whatnot.
Okay. Okay.
It is very much a military dictatorship, but people seem to be living decent lives, at least here in Avondale.
Right. The structure is a bit sketchy, but it seems like the right person may be at the top, so things are going smooth for now.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Whereas with another person in the situation,
This is
it
going to
would
go
be
very
much, much
badly.
worse.
Yeah, very
Yes.
badly. Gotcha.
And there's also the question of, is it really all that good to just be like, oh, hey, yeah, you just happen to worship Caden Killian? Well, get the fuck out,
Yeah.
otherwise we're going to kill you, you know?
That's
Like,
not.
they very much don't discriminate on religion. They hate all of them.
Religious wars will do that.
Yep, pretty much.
Fair enough. Okay.
Go ahead and reveal
I was
this
just
area.
about to ask. Yeah, can I get a little path back to Mivon and whatnot?
Yep.
Hell yeah. I think I would have had to go around the river, right? So I mean, you probably got to reveal even more than that. Just saying. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have probably gone along the river, I would think.
Yeah.
From Mivon up to Serene, maybe?
That makes sense.
I was gonna talk to Core before they left, just because you were running a clinic out of my shop, and if you made it apparent that you were leaving, I would be like, so the clinic's not running while you're gone?
No.
It's just a man with hives in your basement.
What is that? What is that? What do you mean? What? Explain.
What is there to explain?
So there will be no clinic while you're gone.
No.
No, there won't. Or no,
No,
there
won't
will
be
be
a clinic. There will
Right.
not be a clinic.
Right. Okay. Okay. Just making sure, because I wouldn't know what to do with those people. I would just kind of look at them and they'd look at me,
Oh,
and it would be really awkward.
It's okay. I'm not entirely sure how long it'll be down, but it'll come back. But I have to. Yeah.
Okay. Do you need anything?
I don't think so. But I need a good spot where I think some good water will be. I'm gonna go try and go up the river a little bit. So I guess if you're desperate to find me somewhere, I'll mark generally where I'm looking for on my map, or not a map, but just generally speaking. So I guess if you need to find me for whatever reason, you can actually do it.
Okay, well, I kind of have a schedule where I'm sending to I've been sending to Matty every night, but I can put you in rotation just to make sure you're all right.
I'm not sure I'll be awake for that.
All right, once a week on Monday night, I'll message you, and
Sure.
I won't worry unless you tell me to worry. Even if you don't respond, I'll just assume you're asleep in a cocoon.
I guess.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know how this works either, but I gotta go. I gotta do
Okay.
it. I
Yeah.
don't know. But yeah, I'll come back after it's all over, and we'll I guess we'll see from there. Hopefully Maddie's not dead.
No, Maddie's okay. On the run. Oh, it's complicated, but Maddie's
Yeah,
all right at the moment.
Hopefully, also, Bo will be fine. And
Right,
anyway,
Bo's
you got,
also my goodness.
You got a lot of people to send to.
I'm just here by myself in Mivon, the
know
city
what?
with no magic.
Yeah, maybe I should.
You
that
should
might be
go do
something
what you're
where-
going to do. It's
I'm
fine.
gonna go do what I'll go do, but I need to remember that maybe I should look into other ways of communication.
It's fine. Just you take care of yourself, all right? Do you?
All
Okay.
right. Okay. Well, good luck with the orphans, and I'll see you
The
in like
employees.
I don't know. Could be like 3 days. Could be like 3 weeks. I don't know.
Wow. All right. Well, I'll keep checking in. Bye.
Bye. That's good to know. Cor just didn't wander off without anyone knowing.
I mean, if you made it obvious you were leaving, then I would
Yeah,
definitely have said something.
Yeah, Cor
Mhm.
would have said something for sure. They don't inherently know what they're doing, but
You're just like a salmon. You're just going upstream. You don't know what's
Yeah.
up there.
Don't
Yeah,
know.
But
I have no,
you
I
gotta
have no
go.
idea what's going on up there, but I gotta go try and
I just
figure
gotta go
it
sit
out.
in the river for a few weeks.
I might make a coral reef. The first world's freshwater coral reef, but I don't know for sure.
Oh, do I find the sage?
Yes, and while searching through the town and asking around, you do eventually find the sage that you're seeking. His name is Strazakor.
Oh, you're gonna have to spell that one, Discord. I'm not even gonna attempt that.
Yes, I am.
I'm not.
Strazakor.
Motherfuckers like Gandalf on
Right.
crack.
That guy is secretly a dragon. I'm
Yeah,
calling it.
that is
I'm
100% a
calling it
His name
dragon.
is Strazakor.
Yeah, I'm like on it. I'm like.
Bo
What's a
immediately.
human name I can use to hide? Strazakor. That
Strazakor.
makes sense.
Yes, that sounds like a good, stable human name. And,
Bo-
like someone's like,
Strazakor the
"What?"
Great.
The greats,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, and then like their bud, if they have a friend, is like, you couldn't name yourself like John Smith or something? Like, okay.
He also looks
No one would
complete.
believe that.
He looks
It's too
completely
obvious.
human, but his eyes are very clearly dragons. He just kind of changes us.
Leroy's like, sup.
Or alternate approach, he's a regular human, but he's like super into dragons to the point that he took on a dragon name.
He just took a. He's a fucking dragon
Oh,
weeb.
So
He's like a dragon furry.
He's
he's a dragon otaku.
He's a dragon otaku.
Oh my god.
I like, as we're talking, I trip and my dragon book falls out and he fucking gets extremely dirty. He's like, oh my god!
I see you also are interested in dragons.
He pushes his glasses up with his middle finger.
Are you guys describing? Is this me? Are you describing me in this way? Like, should I be?
Strazakor.
concerned?
If you name yourself Strazakor, yes, you should be sir.
No, that's not my name.
Okay.
No, neither of those is accurate. As you find Strazicor, you learn that he lives on the eastern side of town and runs a small magical repair shop.
Oh,
Magical goods and repair and all that sort of stuff. Basically, just serves people who need magical services, basic stuff. When you head inside, you can see that he has a very cozy kind of shop slash home. The front part is clearly all shop, but then it sort of gives way to a sort of living room area, and there's some doors that lead to the back. It seems to be serving both purposes for this guy.
okay.
There are magical trinkets all over the walls and hanging on stuff. You know, it's almost like you're walking into a pawn shop of magical gear. Um, and you see that there is a fellow sitting down at let's call it at a desk just inside the door. And you notice that they are fairly tall. They are covered in fur, and they have a long snout. They are a gnoll.
Well, you're about to make him a minotaur. It's gonna feel like my
A
brain
long
surges are
snout?
coming back again. No, okay, interesting.
They are a gnoll.
Very interesting.
Minotaurs don't have long snouts.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hello. It's nice to meet you. I'm looking.
Have we met?
No. I've come a long way looking for the sage that runs this shop. Would you happen to know
It
anything
is
about?
I, Strazicor.
I'm
And
sorry.
you
What was that?
are? I, Strazicor.
Strazical?
Yes.
Okay. Good.
And who are you?
I am the Golden Prince.
Ah, we're using fake names.
Are we not? I thought we were.
Why
Oh
would
my
you do
God.
that?
No? No.
Do you think Strazicor is a fake name?
No.
Are
It's
you culturally insensitive?
what? No.
Do
I
you think Strazicor isn't a regular name for a gnoll?
I think Strazical is a wonderful name. I'm here looking for help.
I will be the furry king then. How about that? If we're gonna use fake names.
Okay, that's a strange one to go for king, but I'll take it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost as weird as Golden Prince.
Yes, well, I have my reasons.
Wow.
Um,
This furry is sassy.
listen, I've come here for
You've come a long way. I've heard it before. So
I have.
what are you looking for?
a few things. First, we'll just get out the big one. What do you know about the artifacts of Coral? Coral the Conqueror.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other coral.
Right, sorry, I forget there's a Coral the Carpenter. I have to specify
Yes.
that.
Yeah, his hammer was quite handy, but no.
I heard.
Oh my god.
So let's see. You were talking about which ones? The three?
Yes, the
the
crown,
ones.
the scepter, and the ring.
Yes, I've looked up a decent bit about those. Found a decent bit. What exactly are you interested in? Just general information, but I doubt you came this long way for just general information. What are you curious of?
Well, general information is always going to be helpful, of course, and hopefully you'll be able to tell me such. But I'm looking for potential locations, specifically on the scepter and the crown. I believe I may know where the ring is, and I'm more looking on.
If you know where the ring is, you know where the hardest of them is to find.
Really
The ring is the one that has been lost for the longest.
interesting.
It was lost in a duel some ages ago, but the person who inherited it has since lost it, or at least the trail from that person. It is lost to history.
Yes, no Baruga
Whoever has
when
it
he
now
lost
is
the duel.
unknown.
Well,
But the other two are far simpler, especially in light of recent news. I assume you are keeping up on the goings-on here in the kingdoms.
I am. I assume you're talking of Coral the Conqueror's return and his push from the
The
army.
one who claims to be Kor the Conqueror's return.
Do you not believe it? I heard this sentiment a few times. Obviously, it's strange. Someone that was ruling hundreds of years ago disappeared almost immediately after
How
conquering
would a
Beverly.
how would a barbarous beast like that manage to come back? He didn't have magical power. He didn't have anything of that sort. He was simply an incredibly strong fighter who had a handy use of magical trinkets.
It's possible.
Unless he, in some way, was a lich or something and found some way to persist himself. And if that was the case, why wait 200 years? Doesn't make sense. Seems more likely to me that somebody is just capitalizing on the reputation.
You know, I've actually seen this person, the one claiming to be Coral, and they are draconic in visage. They're tall.
That would track.
They don't look human at all. They're humanoid, but
That would follow.
yes. So maybe they had some sort of deal or transformation long ago, or this is some person.
Unnecessary. As I said, if you've been keeping up with current affairs, you would know that the one who is masquerading as Coral, or living off of his laurels, however you want to call it, he is the one who currently wields the scepter. A powerful artifact, transformative in nature, is capable of an immense amount of power. Let's see, the scepter. Give me 1 second, out of character.
Fuck, he has a scepter. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't think we saw it. Well,
What?
I don't think they saw it.
What do you know of Coral's artifacts, the 3?
I know the most
What do you
about.
know at the moment?
I know the most about the crown. I know that it may have the ability to control dragons. And I believe I know its general location, if not a more precise one, but it's very far away, and I'm going off of one information broker. A good
But
one.
the only
but-
thing you know is that it controls dragons.
Of the crown, yes.
Well, that is not exactly inaccurate, but it is also incomplete.
Oh, do tell.
Coral the Conqueror was known best for controlling 3 objects of immense power, each an orb of dragon kind in their own right. 1 for occult dragons, 1 for primal, and 1 for arcane dragons. Each of these was infused and reforged into one of his relics, and it is from these objects that he was able to fashion his army and conquer Brevoy. Well, what is modernly called Brevoy.
Right, of course.
The crown can control primal dragons, the scepter, occult dragons, and the ring, arcane dragons.
Arcane.
The one that had long evaded him in his endless search was for the orb for divine dragons. But as far as I am aware, and as far as history tells us, he was never able to find it before his disappearance.
Do you know
Someone
of any
eat the
leads on
mayonnaise.
this?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Do you know of any leads on this orb? The Coral was looking for it, but he never found it.
I would be finding it myself. That is lost to the ages, I think. Or hidden very well by somebody who is using it for other means.
Oh, I would assume so. If someone were to find that, I don't think they would let that go very easily. Interesting.
Truth is, these 3 orbs, at least the ones that Coral had, came from the lands of Aiudara, far up to the northeast, the place where Coral himself originally came from.
Yes.
Savage lands. Horrible, horrible place where most are too weak and they end up falling to plague and only the strongest among them survive. That was the land that Coral came from and where the orbs themselves originate. At least those 3. Seems likely the 4th did as well, but we do not know.
Very
The scepter, as being able to control occult dragons, is capable of incredible amounts of power, especially if it is wielded by one with considerable magical power. They can, in a way, twist the effect of the orb to alternate ends. So instead of just controlling dragons, you could use that magical power in other adjacent ways, such as perhaps reshaping things into dragons. At least that is my theory.
No, I believe your theory is quite accurate, honestly. That's good to know. What's of the ring and crown? Do you know of any of their other effects?
But the ring is of the arcane dragonflight, so it would be the most magically powerful for one of wizardly nature. Very powerful in the arts of just about whatever you would expect from a wizard. And that one, however, has long since disappeared. It is likely whoever has it was able to use it in such a way to obscure its presence. You know, obscuring magical items is a favorite of the wizardly types. Which leaves us with the crown, the primal orb reforged into a crown. That has most recently been returned to Iobaria.
That is what I
It
heard
was
as well.
It was reclaimed by a Cyclops, a lord of that region who sought to control the primal dragons of Norinor and the Finadar.
What of its side effects? Do you know of any?
What do you mean side
Well,
effects?
how the scepter can have the potential to transform others, or the ring is a great boon to mages of sorts.
Allow
Do
me to clarify for the not magically gifted, but there is what the magic item is supposed to do, and then there is what you can make the magic item do.
right.
All magic is effectively a power source, an energy, and it is meant to do something in a rote pattern over and over the same way. But those who are truly gifted in magic can take those and bend the effects, and cause it to do something different than was originally intended. Do it to too great of a degree and the item shatters on you and blows you up and kills more than a handful of spellcasters over the years. But if you do it right and you don't bend it too bad, you can get some powerful adjacent effects. These aren't side effects, these are things intentionally done to push the object beyond what it's normally capable of.
Of course. I misspoke, but I'm glad you understood what I was trying to get at. Actually, on this path that you sort of opened up, the other question I had was, do you know of any potential magical artifacts that are around currently that could be on a equal level, at least in magical power, as say one of the artifacts, of course, artifacts. So you mentioned batteries. Say there were to be another magical item that could replace one of these and use their magical source as a sort of battery, an equal level of magic. Do you know of anything of that sort?
Well, keep in mind that using a magical item for something other than its intended purpose is bending the magic within it. As I said, the greater you bend it, the more problematic things become and the more destructive it is.
I
So
see.
if you were to look to find another object to do what an orb of dragonkind does, you'll be looking for a long time. Because there's not many things adjacent to an orb of dragonkind. At least not within what we might consider acceptable, bendable limits.
Well, Strazical, my friend, I sadly do not have a lot of time. So, how about if I had someone that, not just someone, let's say a group of people, a family, who was cursed, but it was a very, very strong curse. How would I go about lifting such a thing?
Curses are simple enough. Usually there are conditions that must be met for them to break. Or if there are no conditions for them to break, it must be removed by an object of power. Such a thing could be done with something such as a Rod of Cancellation, rare though they are.
A rod of cancellation.
Correct. A very powerful and rare object to find.
Okay. Well, it's a start, so I do appreciate that.
And I will note, the rod would only be capable of suppressing the effects. Unraveling a curse of that nature is the purview of divine power.
Sure.
Or that of arcanists beyond even my knowledge.
And to be fair, I was hoping for a cure to the curse, but a suppression is very apt for a solution on this, so... a rod of constellation might be exactly what I'm looking for. So
The
that's
only
good.
way to cure a curse short of that divine power is to have whatever was the impetus for creating the curse in the first place and unraveling it with that initial power.
Of course. Okay. That's good to know as well.
It is, as I mentioned, sort of bending the magic of whatever was that anchor point.
Perfect. Perfect. Wonderful. You wouldn't happen to know of any leads on any rods of cancellations, or any rumors?
I can't say that I have.
Understand.
I know of one having been created, and it was kept by a man who lives down in Absalom, but I believe it was used recently to stem well, let's just say an unfortunate series of incidents upon the Isle.
When you say used, these rods of cancellation, are they a one-time use?
Rods of Cancellation can suppress regular magical effects, but rods stand out among all other objects in that they are built in almost direct opposition to another magical item called a Sphere of Annihilation. A single rod can obliterate a Sphere of Annihilation, canceling it, but also destroying the rod itself.
I see.
If the story I heard was correct, somebody was intending to create a Sphere of Annihilation in Absalom, and this individual that I heard of had created a Rod of Cancellation for the purposes of negating it.
That's good to know.
But again, this is just news that has traveled this direction. This could be many years old, and it could be completely fictitious. We do not know.
Well, if nothing else, you have confirmed a lead of mine and given me information on where the scepter is, so it's been very helpful.
Pleased to be of assistance. Please feel free to look around and find any trinkets that you may like. He gives a gesturing to the shop.
Sure, I'll look around. Is there anything cool for 250 gold? Actually, no, I got
Some cool stuff lying around.
150 gold because it's a loan.
What's a cool magical trinket that he finds?
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Again, pawn shop, like something you'll find in like a 25-cent.
Oh, okay.
Thing. Yeah, he doesn't actually have like valuable magical stuff here.
Let's see. All right, catch it. I don't know, like a little.
Just a cool little magic trinket that you find.
It's like a. What do you call them? It's like a fidget spinner, but it's magical. So like, it does like it goes in and out of like pocket dimension and shit. It makes a funny noise.
It's a little tiny like ring almost.
Yeah.
You can hold between your finger and thumb, and then it makes an illusory fidget spinner thing that you can spin.
Perfect.
But it's illusory.
How much for
Has
this?
little sparkles.
I like this.
Oh, that's a fun one. Keeps kids entertained for hours.
Yes, I know of orphans.
Oh yeah, so that's just a gold.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'll pay him the gold. I'll put magic fidget spinner ring on my character sheet.
Yep, you got a magic fidget spinner ring.
Trying to think. I don't think there's anything else I need to get out of them. But I feel like I should try because I came all this way, but I don't know I don't know what else I need. I think that's it.
All right. Well, if you think of any other questions that you want to ask, you can say before you head back home, because you pretty much get there and have time to like look up all this stuff, and then we're at the end of the month.
Sure. And also, Bo will go around and pass out Ace's cards and to people in. He gives one to Strazikor and other people as well, and just like there's an information broker over in Milan, very good, connected, and they can help you and you can help them, blah blah. And he also at night will go around and post up the posters around places. Yeah.
All right. Okay, second half of the month. Kara, is Kara doing anything with the second half of the month?
Particular. Like she's basically staying in refuge for that part of the month.
Asa is doing the job, finishing that, spreads the word. Core is retreating into seclusion. So I think that brings us to the end of month 6.
Hooray!
Yay! That is the end of February. All right, month 7. We're not going to dig into it because we're getting close to time. But as usual, I will start with the little events that spread around the world.
Question:
yep.
Does Kara respond to my sending?
Oh yes, you received sending Gara in the second half of the month.
Yeah.
Toward the end
Gara will respond back. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm with Dorthro. We're in refuge. Everything's cool.
Oh God! When Asa gets that, she goes, "Ooh." Right. Oh, no one's around to see this reaction. Okay. Just by myself and fucking move on the least magical place on the whole fucking planet. All right. That's
Everyone else is going to cool magical places but me.
all. Orphans, come here. Make me feel better. That's all. I'm just kidding.
Okay. For next month. Where's my list? Okay, news spreads that Restov has a growing discontent movement towards the new government of New Stettin.
Yes.
But as a result of that, the armies of Coral have moved towards Restov from Brevoy's claim into the Saltlands. It seems like they are going to put the city under martial law. As such, the city is no longer friendly to trade. So traders are saying not to head up that way for the time being.
Where's Restov?
Rostov is just up here in this little unknown area. It's like right around here-ish. It's right on the border of Brevoy, so it's probably like, yeah. I mean, honestly, this is probably Rostov, the big city.
Yeah, is it that big?
Rostov is like a city-state. It used to be the whole southern half of Brevoy was Rostov, the country, but then after the war, they got brought down to a city-state. So it's like the Vatican, but for war.
Excellent. Well, that's scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what I want to do with that. That's a big one. I really want to come to him.
To Kara, Dorthra explains that she is fairly sure that she's going to be done with her device soon.
All right, great.
She will be able to find where Arask has been somewhere on this planet.
Good job, Dorthra.
All right.
Nice.
All right, that will be everything for today, unless anybody has anything they want to do for a scene.
Oh, what about earn income?
Oh yes, earn income for the month. Right, goddamn, I need to refer to my own list.
God damn it.
Asa,
Oh.
earning income.
For month 6?
This will be for month 6, yes.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Oh, you were working your job and you said that you would do that bit for free. So just do 10 days.
Okay. 10 days of the stuff that I was doing before?
Yeah, same thing, just one increment of 10 days instead of 3.
Okay. Okay.
The other 20 will be the free job for Kildus.
Okay. Oh, lovely.
Nice.
Oh yeah, 30 gold.
Okay.
Bo is traveling pretty much full time. Your downtime is sustaining yourself in
Yep.
the natural world and all
That's
that.
fair.
Core. You have 2 weeks before you go into seclusion, so you could do 15 days.
Oh, okay. I might probably. Well, if I come back, I'll probably.
This would be
I
before
might-
seclusion.
Oh, before seclusion. Yes.
Before.
Yeah, make some money.
Yeah, go ahead and do one of your rolls again.
Okay. Level 5, right?
Yep. It's not a great series attempt. The failure here is less going to be you failing at doing medicine and more of just business isn't great this month. Not a lot of people are getting hurt, which is a good thing, but it also means you're not making as much money.
That's 30
3
silver
gold.
pieces. That's fine. Oh, 3
Yeah.
gold? Okay.
Yeah, 30 silver pieces, 3 gold, same thing.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And Kara, you have the second half of the month.
I
don't really think
I won't be
make
doing any
money
earning income or anything like that, so it's
Yeah.
don't worry about.
Okay. That will bring us to the end. Do we have a snippet of Maddie's experiences down the river? Anything else that happens along the way at one of those locations?
Not yet. I probably will put something together. Not this week. This week is shit for me. But yeah, I'll probably put something together about her adventures before the whole downtime piece is done. Also, I apologize to Rebecca and Asa.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think someone's dying.
Again?
Again.
You can't die again.
No, not for anything that's coming up. For what I did to you already.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know. Fine, I guess. Fine.
Fine.
No, there's not going to be any consequences from any of that.
Nope. I'm sure we will never hear anything about what happened that just occurred.